Hello, this is my Crazy Ex channel. Please subscribe.
2 years ago, our relationship advice convinced my boyfriend I was cheating on him. Now he finally accepts the truth and wants me back. Story 1-2. I guess I'm just here to rant about the whole situation. 2 years ago my boyfriend made a post on the relationship advice sub detailing my odd behavior. I had just gotten a new job and was tired as hell, plus my uni courses were killing me and wasn't as engaged with my boyfriend as I should have been. Communication jumped out the window, and he became quite cold to me. I assumed it was our lack of S-time at that time, as we were a highly S-time-ul couple, but when I tried to initiate, he got mad. I tried talking to him, but he got very mad and said it didn't matter. It was like this for about 6 months when we took a 3-month break, then we're together again for another 3, then we finally broke up for good. Boyfriend just said he didn't feel it anymore and moved out. It's been a year since the breakup and I was doing great, until my bill sent me a post from the relationship advice sub. It felt too familiar when I read that the girlfriend got a new job and was being less intimate with me. I knew it was a post about us made by my boyfriend. All the comments insisted I was cheating with my boss, co-workers, and even strangers, and told him to break up with me ASAP and that I was trying to manipulate him by initiating S-time when I did feel up to it. I was and still am livid. I still had boyfriend's number, we had uni classes together, and told him I found the post. He came over and broke down when he heard my side, or the truth. He begged me to take him back and said he was an idiot. No? You were so easily manipulated by strangers on the internet, what makes you think I want you after all that? I guess I just need to rant and get this off my chest. Edit. I don't think anyone cares, but I gotta go to sleep, so I won't be around to answer your questions for the next 8 hours. Still ask them and I'll try to answer when I wake up. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1. Our relationship advice is a horrible place. There are a lot of teenagers who never had a relationship, and a lot of bitter people. I don't understand how someone asks for advice there. Redditor follow-up. All of Reddit is filled with bitter people. I made a post once on our parenting and a teenager started saying that I should get a divorce, then ranted about how her father was mean to her. Redditor 2. Honestly, I can't believe he never even thought to ask you if it was true or not and took a bunch of random opinions from the internet as gospel. Literally, that sub always says they're cheating, break up no matter the situation. I'm so sorry your relationship ended this way and that he disrespected you that much. I hope you move on and live a great life. Redditor 3. Reminds me of when I read someone posted about their so being preoccupied and inattentive. 2 replica posts. Genders changed. Reddit told the female her partner was working hard and she needs to be supportive. Reddit told the male she was cheating and to dump her immediately. Redditor 4. Did he have another post with new evidence? Or did he only obey that one post? Answer. No, I don't think so. I wasn't sent the actual post, but rather one of those weird news articles that rip off Reddit posts, and I checked the account and it appeared to be suspended. So even if he did, I would have been able to see it. Redditor 5. We did it, Reddit. Redditor 6. So what's up? Are you single? Some of my best qualities are, I'm a strong communicator, I don't believe everything I read on the internet. Redditor 7. Reddit knows roughly nothing about healthy relationships. Sounds like your BF was a moron to believe them over you. You dodged a bullet. Redditor follow-up. This is exactly the problem with Reddit. They know too little and take everything the op says for word and are so quick to jump to radical ideas. Same goes for the one on relationship advice and this post here. You don't know the bigger picture to begin accusing the boyfriend of being a moron, just like you don't know op was cheating or not. He was likely as gullible as any other Redditor who takes advice from internet strangers too seriously. Dodged a bullet how? Besides the boyfriend being too uncertain, it doesn't look like there was any malice. It could have very well been a healthy relationship if it weren't for the Reddit part. Redditor 8. I assumed it was our lack of S-time, but when I tried to initiate, he got mad. All the comments insisted I was cheating. She wants to have S-time with me and I refused. Dude, that's because she's cheating on you. Wait, what? Redditor follow up. She did mention that apparently her initiating S-time was out of guilt or whatever. In the commenters' views. Because, you know, good girls don't like S-time and have to be basically arped by their partner. Only cheating hussies initiate. Redditor 9, relationship advice is a soap opera with no sense of reality. Half the stories are made up by people with zero karma and questionable post history, and the other half of the sub is people calling any minor inconvenience in a relationship a red flag. Granted, some of the people there need advice and are in a shitty spot, but most the time it's just made up drama. Redditor 10, y'all need to get off Reddit. Redditor 11, I'm sorry that happened to you, people suck. But I do agree he effed up. He should have just came to you and told you about the problems he was having in the relationship, like an adult. He didn't even have any proof and he punished you for it, not smart. I hope you find a better partner, someone who will talk things out with you rather than punish you. Redditor follow up, yeah, cause a cheater is always gonna straight up own their shit and pinky swear to not ever do it again. Redditor 12, I realize on Reddit the advice or solutions can be negative at times. I'm sorry you went through that, but ultimately yeah, it was her ex's decision mistake. If he's so easily swayed, you're better without him. Redditor follow up, Reddit advice and solutions are negative most of the time. With lack of context, only hear one side of story. They will advise you to make a big decision such as breaking up with your long-term partners, cut ties with your family and friends, and many more. They will use some magical terms such as huge red flag, gaslighting, manipulate to convince you into believing they know better. Lol. Redditor 13, a guy that doesn't tell you what's up and making your relationship decisions based on random Redditors? Number one key in a relationship is communication. Be glad he broke up. Redditor 14, Lamal, this is gold. I've noticed how people on AITA are so quick to jump to conclusions rather than look at situations pragmatically. I'm not on a relationship advice, but I'm going to assume that it's probably the same type of person. Anyways, hope you're a bit more fulfilled now. Don't take him back. The accusations alone are disgusting. Rather than going directly to you, he asked a bunch of strangers. Maybe next time he won't make the same mistake. Redditor 15, I posted a small argument I had with my BF on that forum one time and immediately everyone was telling me to leave him because he was manipulating me and my life would explode in T-2 seconds if I didn't pack my couch and my clothes in my backpack, ditch my phone on a truck to Texas, and run away to a small off-grid Ukrainian village immediately. It's absolutely ridiculous advice that always ends in break up with them, no who owl you. I pity people who actually listen to those very likely single armchair quarterbacks. I ignored the advice, deleted the post, and had a mature conversation with my BF and everything was fine. Redditor follow up, now we can't have a level-headed lass like you prancing about on Reddit. Could you at least go to England if not Ukraine? Redditor 16, Reddit is just a cesspool of idiots. It's entertaining at times, but duck the opinions these people have are crazy horde mentality level of idiotic. Redditor 17, I find it hilarious how whenever someone talks about their significant other, people go to the most extreme solution of dumping the person. I posted about my BF being too loud playing Halo and literally got told to attend couples counseling and or dump him. Redditor 18, you dodged a bullet, honestly. That subreddit is full of bitter cheaters, people who were cheated on, and all they see is infidelity in every situation. Every little oddity, every little thing out of the norm, their smooth brains can only see someone being unfaithful. If he went to Reddit about a serious problem like this and actually took the one-sided advice, then you are probably better off without him. And yes, that includes this advice. Even if my advice is true and good, don't take it for sure. Take it into consideration, if you choose to. Redditor 19, does he really want you back? Or is that what Reddit told him to do? LMFAO. Redditor 20, I always stumble upon posts from the various different relationship advice subs, and sometimes when I read the comments it's a bunch of pepes telling op to break it off. Shit like this really breaks my heart. Sometimes I consider warning op in DMs that Reddit is probably the worst place for advice on this, and most of the people giving them advice are either underage, virgins, or never been in a relationship before, and to take their advice with a grain of salt. But I never do because I don't want to harass anyone. Redditor follow up, that's not harassment. That is helping people. I have done it before and I'll do it again. Some subs are very hive-minded and saying anything against the status quo gets you downvoted to hell, even if it's the truth. I hate to see people following bad advice. Story 22. My wife 33F revealed she cheated with her best friend after discovering I 35M cheated on her. Married for 8 years with 2 kids. Long. English is not my native language, please bear with my grammar. And sorry for the long post. Tried to keep it short but couldn't. I had an affair with one of my female colleagues in 2015. We estimated, shared messages, pictures, a couple of meals for lunch and kisses, like 3-4 times. No time. Could have happened though. This lasted from June to September 2015. My wife found out when she inquired me about a missed call in my phone log. After some coaxing I told her I had something going on with this colleague but that it was nothing serious for me, i.e. not a romance and no time. I was having this affair when my wife was extremely busy at work, going on weekly business trips and gave me no attention. Just giving this for context, not finding excuses. Looking back I guess I wanted to see if after 8 years of marriage, 10 years of relationship, and absolute and impeccable fidelity, I was still capable of seducing women. I understand that there is no excuse for my acts and that it was wrong. As soon as she knew I truly regretted and feel ashamed for myself and for my wife. Anyway, as she encouraged me to confess, she said that I could be free to talk because something also happened on her side. At that point I was not sure if this is just a way to make it easier for me, or if this was the truth. When I pushed her to tell me more, she tells me that 1 year ago, one night she drank too much, blacked out and woke up in a bed with a guy she didn't know on top of her, having time. She pushed him back and left a place she didn't know. Basically she tells me she has been our pet and tells me she doesn't want to talk about it anymore. Following my confessions, she decided to leave for a week. We live overseas for work to take some time to think. While she is away she gives me hints that her affair was actually something different than the RP. When she comes back 10 days, in September 2015 later she reveals that the RP was real. Following a heavy drinking night with her male best friend, he's not the rapist. He's her friend for 18 years. She also says she had an affair with the same friend back in 2014. This guy also happens to be the witness best man at our wedding and was a close friend of our couple for over 10 years. She goes on and reveal not all at once, but over days, weeks, that her affair started in summer 2013 when she was having a bipolar disorder crisis and her best friend came in her bedroom to calm her down, and that this ended up in cuddling **** touch. She explains that *** tension built up between them through WhatsApp messages only, up to early 2014. In February 2014 the guy came to visit us and spend a 1-month holiday in our home. That's when they started their physical affair. In the evenings both got drunk in the kitchen of our home and he came to kiss her, while I was sleeping upstairs. This went on for days, basically until he left. Both of them were going out and partying at night while I was sleeping because of work the next day. She reported that one night he dragged her in our guest bedroom bed but that nothing other than caressing happened. After he left our home, she in turn takes a plane in March 2014 and spend a 1-month holiday in her family who lives in the same city as him. They go out, drink a lot, party, and this is when time happened between them, on a couple of occasions. The time was unprotected. She didn't tell me, and we had time after that. She says she asked him to test a few months later and that he did, but I'm not totally convinced it did happen. This hurts the most, especially as we have kids. At the very least she should have tested by herself instead of leaving that up to him. I feel that I was not even good enough in her eyes to spare me that shit. She can put her health at risk if she wants, but not mine or our kids. To this day I do not understand this. I know the only way would have been to tell me about her affair at that time, but I'm really at lost for this. I would welcome any help on this. She said that when she came back home in April 2014 the *** tension between her and her best friend was gone, at least from her side, and the affair was closed for her. I don't really believe that part. He remained her best friend and he stayed around her and around us, as if nothing happened. They kept on phoning each other almost on daily basis. We went out with him on many occasions for drinks, dinners, party, etc. He even played the counselor for our couple during tense times between me and my wife. We shared jokes on regular basis with him on our friends' WhatsApp group, talking time and other stuff. And I'm joking with the guy as if he was a friend of mine, unknowing of what the truth is. In summer 2015, after consulting me, my wife signed some papers to lend her name to become director of his company, with my blessing. Surely if I knew what happened, things would have been different. When she discovered my own affair in Sept 2015, she went to him to complain about me and shared her griefs. He told her he always found her beautiful, that he would gladly duck her, wanted to talk about her breasts, and proposed her to sleep with him one more time. On her side, she asked him what feelings he had for her and let many other ambiguities in their discussion. But nothing happened between them, and she told me she actually tried to tell him that they were taking different paths and would put their friendship on ice for some time. After revealing her own affair, she told me she will keep him at a distance but will still be there for him in case of serious need. A few days after I learned about their affair, I took a plane and I went to beat up the guy. He said he was not all of his fault, that he was not alone in this, etc. I punched him for abusing of my wife when she was sick and also for taking advantage of me, in my own house, which he denied. Hard to be honest while getting punched, I guess. The same day my wife sent him text messages telling him she was very disappointed about his reaction but wishing him the best as always, giving him a chance to speak his heart, and telling him she was sorry for what I did. I threw hot water to his face. Stupid, I know. She told him she had nothing against him, that she was responsible, and repeating that he should take care of himself and wishing him the best. She told me she wished he had said to me that he loved her, even if a lie, so that it would have saved her face and her image. To this day I still don't get this. Maybe other women here can explain. She also called a common friend of her and best friend, telling him she cheated on me with him, and asking him to go and check up on him since he had been punched. I was infuriated by this. I guess that the worst part for me, and not the time, or that she cheated, shit happens, included to me, but rather the lack of respect she had for me. First, to have an affair in our own house while I'm sleeping, when the kids are sleeping, is shocking.
Letting this guy around us and around me, not only during that time, but also more importantly after the affair, is also something that truly hurts.
I feel she kept me in the role of the fool in front of him, and that this is a sign I am of secondary importance to her. The cherry on the cake is the unprotected time. We have decided to go through this, her affair and mine. I love her, she loves me, and we had some kind of proper counseling since then. But I sometimes feel I am her second choice, that she stays with me for our situation, our history and the kids. But that her true love and passion was for this guy. Of course she denies this and tells me she could have left me and never told me her own story, after finding out about my cheating. I feel she is relieved to have told me the truth, but at the same time bothered that she lost her best friend who was truly her only friend. I'm not sure she will manage to cut all ties to him, as she is still in contact with some common friends. I swore to myself that I will leave her if she ever calls message him again. Reactions and advices please. Any insights from women on the time without protection? Does that mean passion, or is it just anecdotal and can be poor incorporated the account of being drunk? Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, you're both toxic people who should not be married. The blame belongs to both of you. Redditor 2, both are toxic to each other, but you got what you deserved. Karma is a bitch, isn't it? I would have left you instead of cheating right back at you. You have no right to be self-righteous. I swore to myself that I will leave her if she ever calls message him again. You started this, brought it upon yourself, and she got back at you. Time to divorce, and next time don't ducking cheat. Redditor follow up. Actually it looks like the wife's affair was before ops. Not that this excuses ops' affair, but the wife's affair was not in reaction to being betrayed by op. Redditor 3, sounds like the Pina Colada 87 Amo 8 song. If you both still love each other, suck it up and forgive each other. You're presupposing other amazing pastures, which maybe do exist. But similar problems could happen in the next one too. Op answer, funny song. First time I hear of it. Thanks for sharing it and for your positive message. We do think we can do better together, that is worth it. Redditor 4, dude, get the hell out. No way you can trust her. Redditor 5, if you try to rebuild your marriage, you have to set some rules. She must cut him completely out of her life. You must do what she needs to rebuild trust. Without these rules I believe you will fail. Redditor 6, she cheated in a very different way than you op. I think she'll cheat again in future. She just went along with sexual tension that will happen again at some point in future. I can almost guarantee it. She is not to be trusted. Good luck, Redditor 7, clever story. If real, then you're both great for each other. D. Redditor 8, at least, as you found out, you still got game and will likely find another woman to hopefully settle down with. If not, find a few women to have fun with. Get rid of your wife and the mutual friend and anyone else you think might have been involved.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.